welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my essentials that I bring on my carry-on bags for short or long-term trips in an airplane. So I have been traveling my whole life all by myself. I have family all over the world. My first trip alone was when I was 14 years old and I came back from Fiji all by myself. And I have family in California, so my parents would send me there all the time by myself to go visit my family and cousins. So I'm quite comfortable in an airplane. But over the years, I've gone on different trips all throughout the world. There's things I've learned along the way where I'm like, darn, I really needed that right now, or I didn't think of bringing that. And so, you know, if you're a new traveler or a seasoned traveler, you might be in the same boat, especially if you go to new countries. You might not know exactly what to bring. These are the mistakes I've made before that have helped me to develop my essentials packing kit now. You guys can benefit off that now. You don't have to learn from your own mistakes, you get to learn from mine, and I got you hooked up. Also too, in this video, I'm gonna show you what to pack for a short-term trip and a long-term trip, because the long-term trip is essentially gonna have all the short-term items, but it's gonna have a few more essential items that you're going to need to be comfortable on the plane ride, because long trips are just a little bit harder to endure. If you'd like to see what's in my essentials carry-on bags, please keep watching. Okay, before I actually start showing you what I actually put in, I just wanted to talk about what I actually take with me. So if I'm going on a trip with one destination and I'm going to be staying in one spot for a long time, I highly recommend getting one of these type of small roller wheels. And there's like a huge difference. Like this one has 4 wheels, so it's super easy to maneuver. You just push it along the way. So it doesn't even matter how heavy it gets or if it gets to its maximum, easily glide along the way. As opposed to this one I was using before, you can see it only has 2 wheels down here. So when you have to use it, you have to take it out and put it at an angle. But if your bag gets heavy, this gets really hard to pull. So I don't recommend getting this kind. Used to carry a backpack around with me, and now I will put a backpack if needed in my big carry-on bag that I get checked in. What I like to have is just like a small little purse to carry with me on the side. Actually, my ideal, if I can, is taking these 2 things as my carry-on. I'm going somewhere where I'm going to be moving a lot and jumping around in different cities and going in different cabs and buses or whatever. This unfortunately gets really hard to carry with another checked in big bag. So then I recommend carrying something like this, like a little duffel bag, and that makes it easy to carry your big bag. You have another carry-on bag, and then you have your purse with you, and that is what I recommend for that. So when I initially wanted to make this video, it was going to be before my big Asia trip and before my San Francisco trip, but I actually decided to wait till after I got back so I could give you the best tips of what actually worked. So going to Asia, I ended up having these 2 when I came back. Oh, again, I would have loved to have this one, but these 2 just work so much better when you have to do so much moving. So for my everyday purse, I already have everything organized in these poly envelopes that I got from the Dollar Tree. I have a stack of this and I use this for everything. I like really using these because they are clear, and for me, I'm a person that if I don't see something, I might forget about it. So it's great. It has a little slide up here that you can open and put everything in, and then it has a little pocket in the front that you can store. So I just love this. Now you can just look at the whole package and see everything you're bringing. Getting ready for an airplane flight is really easy for me. I already have everything put into these things that I just customize a little bit more to what I need. So I'm going to show you the 4 poly envelopes and the categories I have them in. Here are the 4 that I actually brought with me. So 4 seems to be enough for me. So we'll start with my electronics pouch here. So the first really important thing is this universal charger. I got this from Amazon. I love it because it will have a plug out for anything. And you know, I've been even using just kind of the American Canadian one at home right now. And the best thing about it because it has 4 USB ports here. So when you're on a plane, you only get 1 plug-in or 1 USB charger. So you can only charge 1 thing at a time. But throw in this bad boy on, you can charge a whole bunch of things. So this is a must-have, absolutely necessary. Love it. Next up is 2 phone chargers. I only have 1 in here, but normally I carry either 2 or 3 chargers with me, because the last thing you want to do if your cord stops working, you want to be trying to hunt for a cord. Sometimes they are so overpriced at the airports, or you just can't find one. So I just like to be over prepared, and I just like to put it in this little zipper pouch. I carry 2 pairs of headphones. So this is the original iPhone headphone. Well, I carry this one around because if there is some sort of TV or something on the plane and you need headphones of your own to have, then I like to have this for that. I also have the other one. I have an iPhone XR. So then the plug is a little bit different. It's this type of plug, and I put it into this little headphone pouch that I got from Dollarama. This charging power bank. So this is just so critical to have. You never know how long you're going to be without power. When I was on my Asia trip, we were on coach buses for about 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours with no plugins on there. So if you're using your phone, it's going to die, but having this help to extend the battery life of that. So this is just important to have, period. So just like to carry one of these plugins just in case. You just never know what happens. And so yeah, I just have one of these on hand. And lastly, I have this mini flashlight that I carry just because, I don't know, you just might need a flashlight for something when you're in an airplane. It could get really dark even with your light on, or you just might be looking for something on the ground and need something to help you out. So this flashlight is really handy. Next up is my cleaning bag here. So you can see I have a few things in the front. So here I love Lysol wipes, but I just cannot find for the life of me like little carry-on ones. So what I do, I put a Ziploc bag just full of Lysol wipes just so when I get to my seat, I can wipe the armrest, I can wipe the headset, I can wipe everything around there because I know airplanes are really gross. So that's what I do here. And I also keep a pack of Kleenex here, just a small little carry-on pack, just easy access right in the front because, you know, we probably just need Kleenex for everything. All the time, it's just important to have. I also carry these wet wipes. These are also like hand sanitizer. These ones are a nice travel pack one, but these are just more for your hands and for your face if you need it, so I like having this around. I also like to keep actual hand sanitizer on me as well. This is like a travel must. Like hand sanitizer is life for me when I'm traveling. I also keep this handy dandy little first aid kit that I got from an old work of mine. So it has alcohol preps in here. It has some bandages. I have totally cut my finger during a flight and it's the worst thing ever to not be able to find a bandage or anything. So this just has everything I would possibly need. Next up, I have my little medical pouch. This is where all my medicines are. So in the front package here, I have little Eno packages because if your tummy gets upset, that's just the worst thing ever to be on the plane and your tummy gets upset. So I just have that ready to go. I like to be extra prepared. So here I have some little Tylenol in a little jar here if I needed it. I also have my Advil with me if I needed that as well. You just never can be too sure. I need some Tylenol daytime and night capsules or something with daytime night capsules. It was really crucial for me on my recent trip to Asia. As soon as I started feeling like I was going to get sick, I turned to this. And it also, I don't have a picture of it, but I'd also recommend bringing a lot of cough drops as well. I used all of mine because again, as soon as you start feeling sick, these things start combating and helping to clear the throat. Having some breathing issues recently, so I brought some inhalers as well. My doctor just gave it to me because just you never know. Also have some Tums here because again, tummy issues are the worst. I brought some sort of allergy medication just in case I had some sort of reaction. I didn't use it, but I just had it just in case. This is a little bit more excessive and I wouldn't bring this everywhere, but sometimes this would be more for a long trip. This is Traveler's Diarrhea medication. It is ready to go if I need it. Also bringing some Afterbite because if you get bit by any bugs, this is something that's gonna help you out. Lastly, need Tiger Balm to help with any sinus or nasal stuff. So my last poly envelope is my essentials package. So this is just kind of miscellaneous stuff that I have in here. So this is definitely more for longer flights. I have a little mini toothbrush here, compact toothbrush to use, little toothpaste and a little mouthwash. So yeah, you know, if I'm just kind of feeling a little bit gross or grimy after sleeping after a long trip, brushing my teeth or having some mouthwash would really help. This is also more for a long flight, but I have these little eye gel moisturizing pads, just like you just get so dried out being in a plane so long. So I actually use these and it helps to just keep my under eye moisturized. I also like to have Q-tips on hand. I love using, you know, I just love the way Q-tips feel in my ear. I know it might not be the best thing ever, but I just love it. So I just sometimes when I have an itch for a Q-tip, you just need it. So I just have it all the time with me. Keep some of my chapstick with me because, you know, nothing's worse than some chapped lips. I do keep a tiny little perfume bottle with me as well in case I just want to smell nice or right before I'm getting off the plane. If I want to get a nice little spray on, then this helps me do that. Some earplugs, you know, if there's like a crying baby on the plane when I want to go to sleep, then I'm ready for that. Lastly, I just bring a bunch of hair ties and hair bands because I have pretty long hair, so I just like having it up when I'm traveling. It's just way more comfortable for me. Next up, if I know I'm gonna have my period, I will bring like a little period pouch. If I'm not gonna be having my period, then I will throw this into my checked in bag. But here, just a bunch of tampons, some pads, some towels, some wipes, and everything that you could possibly need, it goes in here. For the longest time ever, I also carry my jewelry with me always on my carry-on. So I didn't bring a lot, but just any jewelry I had, I put it in here. And the logic for me is that like I've never had my bags, my checked-in bags, it's not that I've never received it, but I'm always scared that if I was to lose my checked-in bag, like I would not want to lose my jewelry. Like these, I don't bring like real gold or anything like that because I feel like that's already a risk to bring that stuff traveling. But I do worry if I lost it. Like this is jewelry that I really like and I wear on a daily basis, so I wouldn't want to lose it, so I just keep it with me for peace of mind. Following the same idea as my jewelry, I bring my absolute must makeup things that I need, that if I didn't get my check bag that I would still survive with. So what I get is my powder. I have this big blush. It's like a highlighter and a blush. It's great. My eyebrow pencil. I need that. Foundation for some flawless skin. Mascara. A liquid lipstick, a neutral color. And some eyeliner. So pencil and gel eyeliner because I cannot live without this stuff. Makeup wipes are such a must. My favorite are the Garnier ones, but I ran out right now. And mind you, I don't wear makeup when I travel, so this is just to help refresh my face when it's feeling grimy. I also have this like passport wallet. I got this one from Kentucky when I went on there a few years ago. So I still use it. It's really useful. So this is like my holy grail. When I am at the airport, my hand is like on this because everything is in here. So I keep my passport in here, keep a printout of my airline tickets, money in the other place. I put the keys to my suitcase in here. So this is like a really important document for me, and I just like it because you can just shove everything in here and it zips up and you can just know everything's protected and you just know where your passport is at all times. That's the worst feeling in the world, to not know where your passport is. So I also keep my favorite pen in here, and it's not just any pen. This is from the Dollar Tree and it's a stylus in the front, and in the back is the best part. There's a laser pointer, if you can believe that, and a flashlight. Like how cool is this pen? I love this pen. I also bring like a mini tiny wallet because I don't want to bring everything, so I just bring my credit cards and put it in here. That way it's really easy to access and you can just take it and put into small little pouches, whatever I need to do. So it's just a quick access way to get to my cards. I also carry this little pouch with a miniature comb in it, just because when your hair is up for a long time, for me, like I just hate the feeling of not having brushed hair. So I carry this with me to brush my hair when I'm feeling like it's just getting ratty or nasty. I also always keep a hat on me. Usually my airport outfit is like comfy pants, a hoodie, a t-shirt, and I don't wear any makeup. Normally it's like I don't need to wear makeup on a plane, and a ball cap just to kind of hide my face, and it gives me a little protection from the sun if need be. I also keep this little bag. Now, when I was at the airport, I had to put some stuff from my big bag into my carry-on, and a sweet lady offered me this reusable bag she had. So now I'm gonna bring this every time with me to always remember her for being so sweet to me. And it's great because it's just so small. Another essential is a rolling up water bottle. So this is collapsible and it clips onto anything you have. So this is so important. After you get checked in, you can take this and go to any water fountain. They have like the clean water fountains, and you can fill this up instead of having to buy water. And on the plane too, you don't get very much water. So this is just great to have to be able to bring on the plane with you. I also like to have a pair of sunglasses on hand, ready to go when I need. So you can use any long trip items for short trips, but these are just a must for long trips. So for long haul flights, neck pillows are a must. Like I'm a person that falls asleep so quickly, like even before the plane takes off, even before the plane starts moving, a lot of times I fall asleep even before then and can stay sleeping the whole time. But for long haul trips, I just keep this on the entire time to support my neck. This is such a must. I also bring a travel blankie. Those long haul, really high up flights get so cold, so a blanket is necessary. Sometimes they don't give you blankets on the flights. Most of the time they do if they're long, but just in case they don't, this is nice and thick as well. Like the ones on the planes are usually quite thin, so this is nice and fluffy for me. So on long flights, compression socks are a must for me. I got these on Amazon and came with a pack of 2. So my feet swell up if I don't have this kind of stuff, like 10 times the size, and it's just such a hassle. So having compression socks helps to really minimize the swelling in my legs. And because my legs swell up so much, I have this peppermint reviving leg gel that helps to stimulate blood flow. So I put it into a little tiny bottle and I put that on before putting my compression socks on. I also keep a pair of fuzzy socks with me as well in case my feet are really cold, or if I'm really cold then another layer doesn't hurt. So normally when I go on a plane, I'm wearing runners because they're heavier, and then I switch into these slides, especially on long haul ones. So I'll have my compression socks or fuzzy socks on, so if I have to go to the bathroom or if I want to go for a walk, slides are really easy to put on with your socks on. Also, if it gets cold, I keep these little hand warmers on hand with me. So what they are, there's these little packages, and when you take it out, you just shake it, and then it heats up this little warmer that you can keep with you. And I actually got a back one that lasts for 8 hours. I was so cold on my flight and I couldn't sleep because I was so cold, and I put the back warmer on, and honestly it kept me so nice and toasty for 16 hours. For entertainment, I download some of my favorite shows or movies from Netflix. I don't really bring a tablet or computer. One time for me it got stolen, so I just don't ever bring any computers while traveling. It's just not worth it for me. So yeah, I have here Good Girls and Lucifer. That's what I was into, so that's what I have downloaded. A sleep eye mask is so important too. You know, when you're sleeping on the plane, the last thing you want is your mouth to be wide open and everyone's staring at your face. This kind of gives you some privacy and covers your face a bit, so I need to have this when I'm sleeping. So at a quick glance, these are all my essentials that I would carry for a short or a long trip. Here are my long-term recommendations as well. And here's everything for a short and long trip. Also, I wanted to mention that I take all my liquid items and put them in a Ziploc bag so they're ready to go for check-ins. And here's all my items when they're put back into their pouches, so it looks like nothing is even there, so it's amazing. Lastly, I just wanted to show you how I actually organize my bags and like what I put in each bag. So this purse, I put this under the seat in front of me, and again, I used to carry big bulky bags, but less is more. So I put my electronic bag in there, and I put my eye mask in there because I need to grab that quickly, so this is just really accessible. I also put my cleaning stuff in there with my sanitizer, my hand creams, everything in there. I put my passport and all my important documentations on one side, so it's easy to grab at any time. I put my little wallet with my credit cards in the middle. I also put my phone in the middle, so everything has a home. I know where everything is at all times, so it's really quick and easy to remember what I have. I also put the universal charger on top here because pretty much as soon as I sit down, I'm going to take it out and plug it in. I always usually am wearing a hat when I'm in the airport, but for whatever reason, if I don't want to be wearing my hat, I usually just clip it to the side of my purse like this. And I always usually carry sunglasses on me. So that's everything in this purse, and that's everything I possibly would need. And I use a little strap to make sure it's a crossover body bag. So for my bigger roll-on carry bag, so I love this bag. It has a pouch already in. So on the side, on the big side over there, that's where I like to put this stuff that's really accessible really quickly that I'm probably going to use as time goes on. So like a blanket is what I'm going to probably take out. And in my little heating pads, I'd like to just shove them in the little pouch that's there. That would also include my body pad as well. My fuzzy socks go in there. My compression socks, I probably already have them on, so I probably wouldn't put them in. The sandals too, so you can have shoe bags, but I love using a head cap for this because they're so small, but it does the job just as well. It doesn't take very much space to make sure your sandals don't touch anything. It doesn't get anything else dirty. So on the other side, I have my makeup, I put my jewelry, I put my hairbrush, I put my little essentials, I put my medicine in there. I have all my liquids and my period bag if I need that. Also my little extra bag. If I'm going to a hot place, putting a dress in is essential because, you know, getting to there, it's going to be so boiling hot in what you're wearing. So having a spare change of clothes is really great too. So I zip that up. So again, those are things I might need, but I don't need access to right away. So I put that zipped up, and there we go. So I have everything ready to go, and I am well prepared for the entire trip. So thank you so much for watching. Do you guys have any other essential items that I might have missed on here that you always carry with you? I'd love to hear down below. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Mwah.